Sorry, today's video guys, got the new festival challenge battle here. I guess is what the part 2 version, I guess you can call it. And yeah, so basically what I'll do is I'll show the teams that I use just real quick, all sped up. But at the end, well, yeah, I guess the end of these clips I will show, other teams to use in case you don't have these characters. So if you guys want, you can skip to 3 minutes 26. That's from the point then I'll be talking about other teams to use, right? But basically, the best advice I can give for these fights is obviously your teams are one of the big factors to bring in. Now, what I mainly try to use here, so the first, I think 2 stages, I think I think blue and green here. I actually used the tag Goku and Bardock, right, as sort of my MVPs, right? Now, the main reason why I think they're the MVPs at this sort of stage here, well, and also another unit we'll show in a minute, is because obviously you can switch to either typing, so you can go blue or green, right? Which is obviously very beneficial to this because you have 2 enemies here that do require it. So obviously, the green phase there, you obviously need, one for there, but you can also change to blue, so obviously take on Goku as well, right? So it makes it easier, but at the same time, I guess it does make it harder because you want to try and make sure that unit always stays alive. Even though I'd say these events, well, these fights aren't that difficult, but the only one I think is the big difficulty in terms of the typings is probably purple. I did actually struggle in the first one, so I actually used Gogeta Blue instead of Tamagami, which I thought would be better because of obviously his abilities Gogeta can do. But at the end of the day, I ended up using Tamagami just because it did a little bit more damage because of the battle bonus. But you could use Gogeta Blue. I just think it's going to take a bit more tries to do and a bit more luck. But another big thing as well that you want to do with these sort of fights here is try and strategize your Rising Rush, right? So some battles you might go, okay, this team will actually do fairly well, I just want to speed it up, right? So you might use your Rising Rush to get rid of the first breakpoints, right? Or break shield, whatever you're going to call it. Or the guard, right? So you can do it that way, but I find with most of these, I typically, depending on what it is, so let's say for example on the red stage here, right, I'll typically try to save my Rising Rush for when I verse Tamagami there, because obviously he's blue. So that's sort of what I'm trying to aim for, is try and break that or like kill him first, or then just so I have a bit more room to sort of, take on the other units, right? That's typically how I like to do it, but like I said as well, team builds are very beneficial. Now obviously you just have to mainly focus on your big 3 main units, and then after that you sort of want to use, you don't have to go for a full Zenkai bench, you could do that, but this video I actually thought I'd change up a bit and make it a bit more free to play friendly, right? Because not everyone's going to have all the Zenkais and that, so I thought I'd sort of, break it up a little bit. But yeah, from this point onwards, we'll talk about the other teams or other units I'd use. So what I'll quickly do as well, I can't obviously show it here because I've done all of them today, but I'll show you the team that I used for just including the other ones real quick. So this team I got here is the best team to use for obviously a few reasons. Team wise, you can pretty much use this on all the battles. Just obviously have to pick green unit, red, yellow unit, red unit sort of thing. But it's also, I can't get it up now, but it also shows how much medals you get as well, but I don't think it will actually show me now. No, okay, I won't. Only because I've done it all today, but this team I got here will take on all these stages. So, was that battle 5 to 1? Fairly easy. Like I said, plus, I think you get 14 with the team. I got 14 medals per run. So, that's the team I use, and I think they'll work pretty well to get all the missions done on that, right? So the screen difficulty, so like I said, I did show you my teams to use, but now we'll talk about other versions you can use, right? So I guess we'll just do Majin Buu Saga first. So obviously you need to do, one of the challenges is Majin Buu Saga, right? So basically you go Battle Bonus character selected there, just so it makes it easier to sort of find the units, suitable for your account, sort of thing. But if you do this, these are obviously bonus characters, so you've only got, the new Goku, the Videl, and also the new free play Vegeta, which I'm a bit lazy, I have to get him up to 14 stars, but it doesn't matter, you can still do it without 14 stars, right? So the only problem is that they don't really give you a lot of units, right? Now, you can use units without the battle bonus characters, but it's going to make things a lot more harder, right? So I guess the only big problem is, well, let me double check. It is Majin Buu Saga, isn't it? Yeah, okay, it is. Just had to make sure. So you obviously want to use another green unit if you don't have that Goku. So let's just quickly go down to green here to make it a bit easier. So they don't really give you a lot of good units here, do they? Maybe it might be good to use this Evil Buu if you have him. He could do very well, I think. Yeah, I think you know what, he actually might do really well. You could probably use him, but the only problem is, which is going to make it harder, sadly, which I don't know why they've actually decided to do it this way, but you're probably going to struggle a little bit more because you're not going to get the battle bonus effect. Actually, can I see how much it is real quick? I just want to sort of... Yes, as you can see, that's a fair bit like of an increase, 250% to inflicted damage and base health. This is why I don't really like Legends that do events like this, because it's mainly more towards people that summon. Like, if you're free to play, you don't get lucky with units and that, you know, it makes these events a lot harder, right? So, I would say, if you have, try and use Evil Buu as a replacement for him. If you don't have him, they don't really give you a lot. This Super Saiyan League Goku could be okay, because he did get a Platinum equipment, so he might be able to, well, unique equipment, so he might be able to help out a little bit there. But if not, they don't really give you a lot. Maybe this Gohan could do... probably not, actually. Because it is actually a pretty difficult event, I'd say. Maybe even Gotenks, I don't know if I'd use. Poi Poi could be okay to use. But like I said, if I had to pick, just real quick, the top 3 units I'd bring if you don't have the new Goku. Obviously, have the, you know, if you have this Goku, obviously use him. If not, and if I had to go which one I would pick, I'd probably go Evil Buu, Gohan, Gotenks, or Poi Poi. The rest of the units you're really going to struggle with. All the Super Saiyan Goku if you have his equipment. Let's go red units now. So red units, you've obviously got a bit more of a range of units, I'd say, or a little bit more. So if you don't have the Vegeta, which everyone should be able to get it by now, I've got a video which I will link in the description if you want to get him up for 14 stars real quick. But let's say you don't have him, or you want to use someone else. Gotenks obviously a good unit to pick. Who else you got? Shin would be very good as well, actually. He's very toxic actually in this fight. So he'd be pretty good for this event. If you don't have him, maybe just the good old red Majin Vegeta could be good. Or the free play Vegeta, right? So if you don't have the Vegeta, which like I said everyone should, but if you don't, use either Gotenks, Vegeta, or Vegito, right? Now for blue, in case you don't have Videl, let's see what we got. We should have a bit more units here. Now this is what I'm a bit confused with. I thought they would have used this unit here on the boost, but they didn't. But they did last time, so I guess maybe that's why. Now if you don't have Videl, I'd obviously use the Tag Buu Duo. They're obviously going to be a very good unit. Obviously if you have them Zenkai, if not they're pretty trash. If you've got them Zenkai, make sure you use them. This Goku Vegeta obviously going to work very well. You know, mainly because they can switch and also have the fusion, so you have, you know, health restore there and all that sort of stuff. So they're a good unit to use as well. If not, probably going to use this Kid Buu. So that's probably my top 3 picks. Okay, so now let's get on to the color typings, right? So go Battle Bonus characters again. Now, for the Battle Bonus characters, you really do need these for the missions, right? It's going to make things a lot harder if you don't. But luckily they have made it a little bit more easier, the color typings, right? Which is a bit... It's good and bad, but I thought they would have done more with the Majin Buu Saga as well, but I guess that's their intention, they want you to summon. Right, so like I said before, if you have Goku Bardock, they are must use this event. Like I said, they're very useful with the tag, you know, switching when they can go different types. So make sure if you have got them, please use them. You'll find it's a hell of a lot easier to do. Trunks obviously very good as well. You know, I recommend using him. If you have his platinum equipment, it makes it a lot more easier. But if not, you can still do it anyway. He's still a pretty good unit. Well, pretty good unit for this sort of event. If not, another great unit which I'd recommend using is this Cell and Frieza. Yeah, again, this, of course, if you haven't got Videl's obviously a better pick. But they're very good, obviously, because they can change typings as well. So it makes, like I said, the tags are very good because you can switch to different typing, and it makes it a whole lot easier to speed up. So for my top 3 picks, if you don't have Videl, Goku Bardock's a must. Well, I guess no, you need 3 anyway, so even if you do have Videl, make sure you bring Goku Bardock, Cell and Frieza, maybe Trunks, Broly, or Ultra Vegeta could work okay, but he's probably going to work a lot better once we get his Platinum equipment, which should be... Is it this week or next week? It should be this week, isn't it? Yeah, I think it should be this week. This weekly reset. Yeah, okay, so let's go on to the next typing. So, what have we got? And by the way, for your tag bench, all I'd really do is just... I mean, this is the quickest way I recommend doing it. So, I'll just quickly set it up here. Doesn't matter really who I use. For the bench, all I do is something like this, right? Get rid of that, go on blue. And you don't really have to go individually, go, oh, let's read his kit. What I do is very quick. When you tag in a unit, you can sort of see it like lights up blue onto a different character. So I just keep doing this till it lights up on blue on all of them, and that usually indicates they're a boost for all blue units, right? Which I can't actually remember who I used. I mean, you don't really have to boost for Videl, you can do that probably. I recommend doing blue units, but this is sort of just what I do, right? Yeah, I guess Videl you don't really have to buff, but that's basically what I do. So let's go to green, right? Go battle against characters real quick. I think I clicked purple accent, yep. So, same thing again. Obviously, if you got the new Goku, make sure you bring him. Goku Bardock, yet again, this is why I say they're really good units to run. The new Vegeta as well, if you have him, use him as well. Very good unit. So, you can sort of see, they make it a bit easier for the color typings. But, yeah, I still don't get why the Majin Buu Saga one's really tight on their restrictions. So, what I'd probably do, I mean, you really can use pretty much anyone. I sort of want to quickly see what the stats are. We'll have a look at the guess after. So, my top 3 units I'd obviously pick, Goku Bardock, new Vegito, new Goku. If you don't have them, other replacers should be the tag Blue Boys here. They're a very good unit still. Jiren could work well, Tag Force can work well because obviously they're a tag unit. Broly could work well. And probably the EX Goku, I think, be pretty good as well. Sort of up to now, purple. So, like I said, purple for me, I actually struggled a bit more, because obviously, as you can see, there's a lot more less units here. So, I recommend doing the same setup I use. So, obviously, you know, Cell Frieza, because you obviously have Cell for blue, which helps out a lot more. The tag Blue Duo again. You can obviously use Tamagami, that's what I used. If not, you can try Gogeta Blue, but like I said, I think it's going to be a bit more harder to do. UI Goku can work well as well. If not, Free Play Trunks can probably do pretty good as well. But again, he is free to play, so don't expect like mega numbers from him. You sort of just have to play it very safe. You go that sort of route. If you don't have him, you can use other boost units, but like I said, purple's a lot more harder to do than the rest. So my top 3 picks is obviously, yeah, Cell and Frieza, Tag Blue Duo, Tamagami. If you don't have them, Gogeta Blue, UI Goku, or Free Play Trunks. So we're going to yellow now. I think yellow is actually a little bit more easier. So obviously, I mean, I guess it is easy and not in the same way. So I recommend, obviously, if you have Ultra UI, make sure you use him. He's very good. Still with his abilities to dodge and all that can be helpful for this event. Well, and also when you get combo, because you can obviously, you know, back away instantly. Well, if the gauge is filled up. Then I also use Goku Black. Now, surprisingly, this Goku Black's actually pretty good for this event. Mainly, probably also as well, because I got him fully arse boosted. But with his equipment as well, Awakening equipment, maybe I'll quickly show it just in case you don't know what it is, because Equipment Bonanza is on. So this is the equipment here. If you haven't got it, I recommend farming this up. It's actually very good for him. Doesn't make him top tier, but it makes him good enough to sort of help out in these sort of free play events, right? Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on, let me go back into it. So yeah, make sure you use him if you got him, and also Ultra UI. Tag Vegeta and Trunks surprisingly weren't too bad, because you obviously changed to Vegeta again, which does get type advantage even though he's still yellow. So that's why I recommend using them, because that's obviously very helpful, get type advantage. Gogeta Blue you can use, which to be honest, I'll say it now just to predict it. I think his Zenkai is very fastly approaching. Could be this week. Wouldn't get my hopes up, but I think he's very fast approaching. It has to be, right? But for this event, he's actually not too bad, I don't think. We'll see. This Frieza could be very good. Yeah, actually, he'd probably be really good for this event if you don't have any of the other units. Gotenks could be good as well. Broly could be okay to use. I'm not too sure how confident I would feel using him, but I think it'd be a bit better than... Yeah, I mean, you could use him if you don't have anyone else. So, top 3 picks, obviously, Ultra UI, Transforming Goku Black, Vegeta and Trunks, and then probably the other third pick if you don't have them, Gogeta Blue, Frieza, and then Gotenks. So, up to the last subbing here, which is Red. Now, Diamond Goku is obviously really good, you know, for a lot of reasons. I think he might be actually a little bit better than the new Goku we got, but I guess we'll still have to play around and see. But yeah, recommend getting, putting Goku in, Diamond Goku. New free play Vegeta, obviously Beast Guard, because still do very well. But Mai is surprisingly well, just because of all the debuffs and that she can do, so I recommend using her. Even though, you know, she might be a 1% spark unit, she's a very good unit for these events. Like, even in the last Festival Challenge battle we had, she was incredible for it, so I recommend using her. Like I said, you use Vegeta as well. The other units we got here aren't too exciting to me to use. Probably this Vegeta you can use, the EX one. If not, Mai could be very good as well, the EX Mai. Oob could be okay, Majub could be okay, I'm not too sure on that, because he's getting a bit old, but like I said, it's a bit harder here. Dispo needs a Zenkai, but this event he should be okay, I would assume. His stats are a bit low, but... What's his Frieza stats? Is he a bit higher? Not really. So, top 3 picks, obviously Diamond Goku, Gohan, and then Mai, and then my other 3 would be the new free play Vegeta, the EX Vegeta, and then Mai. So I think that pretty much covers it. Like I said, this event will probably take you, well, this stage probably take you a few attempts. These other battles weren't too difficult, I found, except the last one was a little bit more difficult, obviously, because it's the last one. But the screen difficulty will take you probably a bit to do, depending on the teams and which units you have. But yeah, like I said, the only advice is what I can give at the start is basically the same. Try and strategize who you're going to defeat first, sort of thing. So like I said, depending on your typing, you know, if you're using purple, try and get rid of Shin first, or whatever, right? So whether that's saving up your Rising Rush, targeting just him as much as you can, stuff like that, right? But yeah, we'll wrap up the video there. If you guys need more help, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and guide your thought a bit better. And yeah, if you guys like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.